Right, Adribot. Sidrian. Dwarf.
Fracas made us from stone to protect Girdlegard. Against orcs, ogres, and all the other beasts of Tior. We are the guardians of Girdlegard. We are the children of the divine smith. We are the dwarves.
That's that established. Alright, first.
Huh? On the way!
Fucking hell. Music's quite good. I don't want to pin it too much. Leap attack. This guy's fucking ready. Landgelunde Dylan. E. Nice, that's what it is. Fucking ouch. When I hit my mate. Oh, he has this book, I see.
Understood!
Right, no cool.
Alright! And again! Charge!
Oof. Wow. A lot of men here. I gotta save this man. Oof.
On my way!
Oh, what the fuck? Is there a button to highlight, man? Because this is not helping. Yeah. No. Damn it. Okay. Ah. Oosh.
That's that. Charge! Come here, you! Charge! And stay there!
Fuck, that's a lot of...
Come here, you! That's that? Ha! Glandolin, a present from the workshop.
Thanks, Mr. Head mouth is on wrong.
Huh? Yes? What is it?
Okay, my mute button appears to select him. Ah, I see. Oosh. Nice, okay. I need to get fucking out of here. This man's not well.
Ah! I'd be happy to pass on this present to the greenskins.
Right.
On the way! Alright!
Oh, land beavers. Oh, damn. Yes.
All right.
No cooldown. Oh, cooldown.
Stay dead.
Well, that's how many I have left. Yes.
That's that.
Fucking camera.
Charge. My king! What are you doing here?
Giselbert I, the father of the Fifthling clan, has not been on the front line of battle against the creatures of Tion for many cycles. The king surveys the battlefield and the defenders with a grave expression.
We are too few.
This you know as well as he does. But there will be no reinforcements arriving. Hundreds of brave warriors lie inside the fortress dying. The illness is running rampant. It brings weakness and death.
Stay at your posts. Be as steadfast as the granite of which we are made. Nothing can break us. Vrakas is with us.
Oh, King Ass has arrived.
What?
August killed, catapults, destroyed Malor.
Yes? Understood.
King can bellow. Well done.
That's that.
Hammer time!
Don't say hammer time.
Another one gone!
Jesus, this music.
What is it? Charge!
Another one gone!
Yes? All
So
right.
King Wes.
Be off with you.
What? Jesus.
Come here, you! And stay dead!
Yes?
What is it?
Ah!
Vrakas!
Ah.
On my way!
Fuck off.
Come here and die! What?
Charge!
Get up the way.
Yes? Come here, you!
Another one gone!
Catch your fuckapult.
Come here and die!
Wait, is this thing self-operative?
Come here, you!
Vrakas!
Did he just yell where aggressively? I think he fucking did it. Again. Where?
What
King
is
knows
it?
what it's about.
And again! These are the
God
ones
damn.
who attacked us in the tunnels. We suffered great losses beating them back.
Suppose it's an elf.
Come here and I'll split you like a straw, you treacherous elf!
In
Did he
his
just fart?
fury, the old king radiates a ferocious power that none of Citalia's children could withstand. But the slight, willowy being sitting astride the shadow mare just grins down, mockingly.
You are mistaken. We are Alpha. We are here to destroy the elves.
Oh, come on
All
in then.
peace-loving beings here in Girdlegard are under our protection, and you cannot open the gate that has barred your path into Girdlegard since the creation of the world.
You tell him.
us, but perhaps one of your kind.
This cannot be. Silence, you fool! Vrakas, forgive me for what I am about to do.
Quickly, in formation! You must hold them back until I close the gate!
My feet!
Understood! Ah! Ha! And stay dead! Come here, you! And again!
My hat!
That's that!
Doom.
Ha! Charge!
Look, actually,
Huh?
there was a
And
button
stay
that
dead.
always asked up the
And again! Ha!
health bar, so I won't have to pass
And
around.
again! Ha! Ha!
Haha!
Ah!
Oh, he could have fallen off.
All right! Come here!
God!
On the way! Ha!
Goodbye. He's pretty good at that.
Understood!
Ah! Wait, is he our dad? Or is he just dead? That is the worst place.
Look at me. I am Syntheras, the reaper of your death. I will take your life, and the land will take your soul.
Get out of my sight, pointy ears, and let me delight at the closed gate a little longer.
The gate may have closed, but when you rise again from the dead by the power of the land, you will be one of us, and you will open it.
Never! My soul belongs to Vrakas.
No, your soul now belongs to the land, and henceforth you will belong to it forever. Now die, and return. Then hand us Girdlegard.
You're a perfectionist, Tungdil Bolafar.
I've got a reputation to uphold. If you can't rely on the metalwork of a dwarf, what can you rely on? What can I do for you?
For me, nothing. It's Lot Yonan. He wants to see you in his study.
In your mind, you go through all the recent incidents that might have annoyed the Magus. Apart from a few little squabbles with his famuli, nothing worth mentioning happened since the incident with your beard. You nod.
Okay.
Famuli.
You look dreadful.
What a charmer.
The maid gives you an ironic, reprimanding scowl.
Ikana has been crying half the night.
When you were teething, I carried you around the vaults. You played with my beard and I sang you to sleep.
Frala smiles. She's heard this story many times before.
That was 23 cycles ago. I'm quite sure you didn't sing. He might have grumbled a bit.
If what you've read about the dwarven lifespan is true, it will be another 300 sun cycles and more before you are called to the Eternal Forge. The certainty of one day having to witness Frala's death already burdens your heart.
I'd better not keep the Magus waiting.
See you later. There's goulash for dinner.
Better not fucking blow it up. Removed from part score. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Fuck. The gum sub. Right, Lentil.
This is where you swung the forge hammer for the first time 30 cycles ago. No one taught you the craft. It was enough for you to watch Lot Yonan's old smith at work. Whenever the workshop was empty, you practiced and quickly mastered the craft with ease.
I hear where I opened the door. God damn the zoom sensitivity, fucking hell. Yes, boys. Yes. Axe. I've picked up an axe, but I cannot see where it went.
You've worked a bit more on Sunya's birthday present last night. The little one is crazy about horses. You, on the other hand, prefer to keep your distance unless you're fitting them with hooves. Too many legs and way too big.
Fitting their hooves, right? Or with horseshoes. You don't fit a horse with hooves. They ideally come with them. Fuck.
You've worked a bit more on Sunya's birthday present last night. Everything you know about dwarves you learnt from books. The divine smith created the dwarves, and from time to time you make him an offering of some crumbs of gold. It's the most valuable thing you have to offer Vracus.
He might. I saw a picture of a horse where the hoof had come off once, and it was... It's one of those things you remember. It looks so weird.
There was a time when you could hardly lift the heavy hammer. Now you barely notice it anymore, and it feels like an extension of your arm. Smithing is in your blood.
We most certainly will, Smith. Wonder why you can look at the other stuff.
There are apparently dwarves who have never seen the sky. And you too feel more comfortable when you have rock over your head. If only you didn't long to see more of the world, a longing that grows stronger with every year.
The fucking zoom speed, god damn. Yeah.
Hey, groundling! Come to the kitchen, we need you.
Jolison, a 4th degree famulus and your favorite foe among the students of magic, gives you a disparaging glance and disappears without waiting for your reply.
I'll fucking punt him. Smith Lord. Like Cobra.
Lot Yonan didn't just take you in. He also taught you how to read and write. But you don't feel like reading right now. Especially as you already know all the books by heart.
That's not what it said. She said.
Of the 200 or so people selected to learn the art of magic under Lot Yonan, there's barely a handful of them you can stand the sight of. You're not at all interested in magic in all its elusiveness and whimsy. Your realm is the Forge.
Yeah, fuck that shit. You and your fucking graboid mating emojis. Pilfer some food, that's mine.
Hey, what are you doing, groundling? We're still eating here. Why don't you go and get your own portion?
I do what I want. XP earned. I thought I was picking up food. Angry bear head on the wall.
Tungdale! Quick! Or the goulash will get burnt!
You immediately recognize what the problem is. A chain running over a pulley for positioning the cauldron is detached from its mounting, and the cauldron stuck in the fireplace.
Oh no.
It's a heavy load, and none of the famuli, who feel superior even during kitchen duty, dare do anything. They might burn their fingers, or even get a bit dirty.
It's also a big fucking pot. This thing's heavy. Sort it. Fuck.
It'd be a waste of goulash. And I'm hungry. Here, hold this.
Strongest man there ever was.
With as much concern in your voice as you can muster, you say,
Oh, no, this doesn't look good.
you're pleased to notice he's dripping with sweat.
Tee-hee!
I'll get you back for this, groundling!
Do you remember when you dyed my beard with some magic spell? I had to shave it off.
You stroke your beard, which is unusually short for a dwarf.
Damn it! Ah, it's heavy!
The young human forces through his pursed lips, letting the pot sink a little.
Don't you dare ruin my goulash, boy!
The cook, with beefy forearms, glares at the young man, and after a brief moment, he tries harder.
You damned freak!
For a moment, you hope the famulus really does raise his hand to you. But then he comes to his senses and leaves the kitchen, his face bright red.
What a pair you are!
Maybe I could get Ozymandias to show me off. Around the house. Skill. Stubborn. Yes.
I am your godfather, little one. I'll look after you just like I looked after your mother.
Little Akana grasps your calloused finger and smiles at you wide-eyed.
Yeah, good thing I'm not one of them.
Vegetables, bread, cheese, but the cook is not to be trifled with. Many painful knuckles have taught you that she knows how to handle her heavy wooden spoon, and that she may possibly have eyes in the back of her head.
That's a neat animation. Well, stubborn just means you have stubby whatevers, and he's a dwarf, so his probably has stubby fingers. You're like stubby.
Do you know what Lot Yonan wants?
The maid gives you an amused look. She has often accused you of making things more complicated than necessary.
Do you know what Lot Yonan want?
The maid gives you an
Now I
amused
said
look.
Minen. I'm being Nandosed.
The beer that is delivered to the vaults is supposed to be the best beer in Idderslane. It's certainly your favourite beer, but you haven't drunk enough other beers to truly know.
Look at this cheese. Ah, fuck, it's out of reach. Can I reach the cheese? Is that a Fisk? It's two Fisk. Score.
The goulash is bubbling in the cauldron. You draw the warm air in through your nose, and the smell makes your mouth start watering.
Ready to ingest and digest. It's my ass. Look at this fucking gun. Oh. And remove him from his own company.
The blacksmith. Do you want something?
Did a horse bolt while you were trying to shoe it? It's certainly not on our plates.
I decided to bin all these. Oh damn.
Lot Yonan's vaults are equipped with laboratories, a library, and private rooms for the famuli. Together with the forge, the kitchen, and the other utility rooms, it makes up quite an impressive complex. But compared to the courts of the other magi, the seat of power in Yonandar is small and modest.
My quest is to go to the... to go in there, so I'll go everywhere else first. Hopefully he didn't send for me because he was currently being murdered and needed my ass there immediately. What up, bald fuck?
I should speak to Lot Yonan first. He doesn't like to be kept waiting.
You mumble and wonder when you started speaking thoughts like this out loud.
Go full Gothic remake. This kind of combat and movement.
Master Lot Yonan, Frala told me you wished to speak with me.
Ah, Tungdil, come in. There is a bag over there in the cupboard. Take it out, please. It contains artifacts belonging to my former famulus Goren. I wish to return them to him. He's in Blacksaddle, 300 miles away.
300 miles? That's a long journey. Who are you going to entrust with this?
I was thinking of you.
Me?
There is no one better to take on this journey. You have acquired much knowledge. You are almost a scholar. You know more than most famuli about Girdlegard and its inhabitants. It is time for you to go out into the world and see it with your own eyes.
With pleasure.
He's cross-eyed. I like how fucking burly he is.
What's in the bag?
Magical devices. You better leave the bag closed if you want to avoid any accidents. Dwarves don't really like magic, and magic doesn't like you either.
Rakus gave us so much craftsmanship that there's no space left in our bodies for magic.
Strictly speaking, every time you've been too close to magic, it has ended in catastrophe.
Oh damn. There's Poncery. Look at him, he's so happy. He's like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Perhaps I'll meet some dwarves on my travels.
Yes, perhaps. But don't hold out too much hope. And be careful who you talk to. Not everyone out there likes dwarves.
Yeah, goblins. They abduct baby dwarves and sell them to magi, from what I've heard.
Not the best bit of business I've ever done. But what was I to do? The Longnoses threatened to throw you into the nearest river.
God damn.
Be on your guard. Look after the bag and don't lose it. May Palandiel be with you. And Varakas too, of course.
I'll set off immediately. I'll see you soon, Lot Yonan.
Immediately breaks everything as he flings it over his shoulder. God damn it, I don't get to read these things. What if this Rakus guy that made us is some sort of king? What's in the bag? Well, yeah, I mean, for a dwarf he's young. He's probably about what 40 maybe 50, and they get to 300. So if people get to 80, that's about what, he's 20.
The goulash is bubbling in the cauldron. You draw the warm air in through your nose, and the smell makes your...
I heard that. See if she wants to talk now. Boys, you're sitting directly on my hand with your
Hello,
butt.
Frala.
Hmm?
I've got a present for you.
You take out a symbol of protection that you've carefully made from 3 horseshoe nails.
It's not the finest jewellery in Girdlegard.
One look at Frala's
Raina's not
face
old.
makes it clear that it doesn't matter. She glows with happiness as she takes the pendant.
For me? But why?
Because you don't see me as an oddity, and you're like a little sister to me.
You could have said, but you settle with a shrug and a crooked smile.
I need provisions for 300 miles.
You're grinning from ear to ear. Finally, you've got the chance to see something of the world.
300? Tungdil, that's no errand. That's an epic journey. Wait, I've got just the right thing. But make sure the cook doesn't see.
I'm going to Blacksaddle to return a few things
Oh,
to
it's
a
actually
former
flute in
apprentice in
there.
Magus.
You pocket the rye bread, sausages, and ham.
Oh, yes.
Enough food for the first few days of your journey.
Fuck yeah, look, there's bread in there. Oh boy, oh boy. These ovens are very fine. They would ask these. This one is a bit more permanent, but they would ask these in the middle of town out of cob, and they would last for a couple of days before they fell to shit. But everyone would just use it. You'd ass up a fire in it in the morning. They would heat it, and then you'd cook certain things in it first that required the hotter heat. The thing about things like this is you can keep cooking them for quite a while after the fire's died. So you cook meat and shit in the beginning, and then bread as it gets a little cooler because it needs to not be as hot but more of an even heat. And then you end with cookies and things. Educational.
Perhaps I'll even meet some dwarves on the way.
Frala throws you a cautious glance. It's a tricky subject that you can't help but broach.
There aren't dwarves down here. You're the only one in Idderslane, as far as we know.
I know, but I can't just have been born out of a rock. Somewhere in the mountains, I have a clan. Maybe even a family.
Yes. Maybe.
Frala has reminded you more than once that Lot Yonan wrote to the dwarf clans, and none of them were missing a dwarf boy.
I have to go. I've got a long journey ahead of me.
Maybe we're the guy.
I wish you the blessing of Palandial and Vracus to protect you from all
We can
danger on
wiggle.
your journey. Here, a talisman. Whenever you look at it, think of me.
Frala winks at you mischievously.
And of getting me a nice present.
It's a set of tits, isn't it? Oh. The gum soap. I'm assuming I'm going to be welcome to the chat since I gave a good educational and everyone is processing this. Very good educational. Music is just completely gone. Can I go hey Ras anyone? Nah. Hey, I'm
It
back.
would be better to leave Lot Yonan to his work for now. You've already been given an assignment and you should leave as soon as possible. After all, you don't want him thinking you're homesick before you've even left.
Oh yeah, I may just. My feet. I wonder where the fucking axe we picked up went. Back blow. I guess we're leaving. Lob tie out the door, away. There's an auto crit when they're stunned, so you can die.
How nice to see you again, Lot-Yonan. It must have been an age since we last met face to face.
Nudin, welcome. Please, sit down.
No, thank you, my friend. These are urgent matters, and I don't have much time. You must come to Leos Nudin immediately. The perished land is stirring.
Are you sure? What makes you think that?
I found out about 60 orbits ago, during a visit to the borders. Our magical barriers have weakened and become porous. The Elfar have left their land, and a huge horde of orcs have marched into Girdlegard.
Were you able to strengthen the spell with your magic?
No. I can't repair the damage alone. We need the combined power of the 6. The other 4 are already on their way here, but we need your help too.
I will set off for Parista without delay.
Oh, and as you're coming, could you also take the opportunity to bring back the things that I lent to you?
Of course. I have them already packed in a bag.
Oh, thank you. We'll be expecting you.
The animation in this is pretty good. The way his eyes darted around. Sadly, the eyes look a bit glassy.
Utterly
pretty
blinded
impressive.
by the sunlight, you squeeze your eyes tightly shut after only a few steps. The time spent underground has made you so sensitive to light that you're forced to seek shelter in the shade of a mighty oak.
What is wood? Yeah, this is based on a book, I think. Like Matthias mentions. I'm just gonna go straight to the fucker. Oh, wait, Pathfinder. Look at me.
You reach a small lake by a birchwood. Your feet hurt and your eyes still sting in the unaccustomed sunlight. But a smile spreads across your face nonetheless. You've covered a decent distance on the first day of your big journey. You pitch your camp and lie down to sleep on the hard forest floor. When you awake in the morning, your legs are stiff and achy. Trying not to feel sorry for yourself, you throw your rucksack over your shoulder. You're a dwarf, and dwarves don't complain.
Well, sometimes expectations are set up to be subverted, so he might be trustworthy. It's kind of a very Disney thing for the villain to be ugly and things. Looking at you, Quasimodo, that's like that. So there's something sneaky there, but there's 2 ways I can go. This camera is really not great. Give me a second. Ah. I thought my computer sounded like it was about to take off. Let's make our way to the question mark. I'm curious.
Around midday, with the sun high in the sky and the first beads of sweat appearing on your forehead, you see something move next to the road, a few hundred meters ahead. Some crows are pecking at something in the long grass.
I will have absolute... I'm a rock.
You survey the grass, the bushes, and the few trees that are growing on both sides of the track. The wind blows through the grass, and the leaves tremble. The pecking of the birds is only interrupted by the occasional fluttering of their wings. Apart from that, you see nothing.
How many grenades do I need? Can I get the birds so they drop flashbangs? Or... Sneaky.
The creaking leather armor, the clattering rucksack, and a dwarf's inability to be quiet makes the crows flap around as you move from one bush to another. You give up trying to be stealthy, stand up straight, and see 2 human bodies in the flattened grass.
Someone having wobble. I hope so. Oh, boys, you're shedding. Kitties. Being Nando's. The gobs. Oh. Dun 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 dun. Oh. Look for tracks. That's my ass.
You don't see any signs of a struggle in the area where the corpses are lying. Were they stabbed by a companion? A stranger could hardly have crept up on them with such sparse cover.
Nothing.
Examine the bush. More bush.
Nothing again.
You halt. There is something.
A rucksack? Did someone hide it in the bushes, or was it thrown in there?
You open the rucksack and recognize that someone has already rummaged through it. As well as some implements and writing utensils, you find a pouch full of gold and a talisman. The gold is proof that this is not a case of robbery.
Maybe it's a wallet.
Warmth and a feeling of security flush through your body as you touch the talisman. You feel safer just holding it in your hand.
I'm taking you with me.
Why wouldn't I take the gold? Okay. Is there any way of seeing which of these can actually be worn? Alright, you dead fuck.
You look down on a tall, broadly built man. He's wearing dark brown leather armor that is strengthened with iron plates. There's a sword lying next to him. Was he trying to defend himself against something? Or someone? There is no blood on the sword.
Day 4 of adventure. You're sticking out the screen a bit. Check this
A
man
slender
out.
man lies in front of you, dressed in an expensive
Sword lord.
robe. It is in the colours of Turgur the Fair-Faced, one of the 6 magi. The dead man must be one of Turgur's famuli. You don't see any wounds.
Turgid. Water mage, I guess. Give him a flop.
By Vracus.
There are some narrow stab wounds in the man's chest. The cuts are too big to have been made by arrows, but too small for sword wounds. The man has the same incisions. It's clear that both men were killed by the same weapon. But what that weapon might be, you cannot say.
Okay.
A rucksack that probably belonged to one of the dead. It seems to have been searched and then thrown away carelessly. You find a few implements, some provisions, and a map. A route is drawn on it from Parista, Nudin's capital, to Lot-Yonan's vaults.
Does this mean that Turgur the Fair-Faced is in Parista and wanted to send Lot-Yonan a message? And if so, why didn't he use magic? Did he want to contact him without anyone noticing? Why all this secrecy?
So they hid the backpack that didn't have a message, but a talisman. They didn't manage to hide the one with the letter. see it on your way. Is this all?
You
Yes.
scour the area once more and ask yourself what to do next.
Does this just mean we stay? Yeah, okay.
You scour the area once.
And bury the men, I guess. Probably take a day.
It's time-consuming and strenuous work digging shallow graves in the ground with a stick and covering the corpses with a few stones. But it should at least keep the crows from their feasting for a while. You continue on your way so as to put a few more miles between you and your grisly find before night falls.
Yeah, dystopia. We miles. What's this mob thing around there?
You see a flickering light through the trees some way from the path. It might come from a campfire.
I can't sneak.
You walk towards the fire with confident strides until you finally make out 3 broad-shouldered men with axes. 2 rabbits are sizzling over the fire. The men are joking with one another, but you can only understand the odd word. They haven't noticed you yet.
I can only sneak when I'm not trying.
Once
All right,
you reach
men.
the edge of the firelight, you say amicably.
Greetings. My name is...
The men jump up and grab their axes.
Who's there?
Well, I'll be. Is that a groundling?
The men look you over suspiciously.
I'm about to announce who I am, and then they ask who I am.
My name is Tungdil. May I know with whom I have the pleasure?
Cycle
A
portrait.
perfect stranger, a groundling speaking like a king. We are woodcutters. Talk our language, or better still, get lost.
I only wanted to be polite.
Sod your politeness and your pretty words, groundling, and be off with you.
The man strengthens his grip on the axe and glares at you with sinister yellow eyes.
Your liver's fucked. I leave.
You shrug your shoulders indifferently and take 3 small steps backwards without taking your eyes off the men.
All right, if I'm not welcome here, then I'll go.
Good! And don't even think about coming back to stab us in the back or steal from us. We'll keep guard. There's nothing here for groundling scum.
Your heart is pounding, and you confront the man a little more courageously than you feel.
I'm no thief, and I'm certainly no murderer. I only wanted to see if...
Pah! All groundlings are thieves and good-for-nothings.
You find it difficult to take control of your voice again.
Have you met many dwarves?
Enough to know that you're all dirty thieves.
Right, so if I kill them and take their stuff, then I'm a looter, not a thief.
The next morning, visions of axes, faces full of hate, fists and heavy boots flicker through your befuddled mind. Your first attempt to move fails when pain shoots through every bone, every muscle, and every nerve in your body. It's a long time before you manage to sit up and tend to your wounds in the early sunlight. There's no trace of the woodcutters. They must have thrown you into the undergrowth near the campfire once they were finished with you.
What's the meaning? They didn't take any of my gold. I have no health. What a bunch of dicks. I just wanted to say alright. We're a nice guy. What if anything out here? No. It's wasting time. Oh damn.
You reach the banks of the Warder and can see Axeldale on the other side, but there isn't a bridge for far and wide. The fishermen's boats glide over the water, which sparkles in the sun. None of the men seem to notice you while they throw out their nets.
Have a look at the scenery.
You look at the cold, dark water. The current seems so strong that they could carry off even the most experienced of swimmers, and you aren't even a mediocre one. You once read a legend in a book. Elria, the goddess of water, did not like the children of the forge and cursed the dwarves, so that they would drown in any waters beyond their kingdoms. The main reason that dwarves avoid water to this day.
Fuck. A thing people do often when they're in sort of not quite shallow rivers but with fast moving ass and they lose control and start assing down is that they try to get their feet on the ground and stop, and that often bins people because you get a foot stuck and then the current pushes you down and then you drown in water that might not even go to your hips. Let's see if a fisherman has a hard life.
You call to the nearest fisherman. He looks across at you briefly before turning away and getting back to his work. You're going to have to find another way of crossing the river. You leave the peaceful banks of the river behind you and continue on your way.
Right then.
You look down on a large village on the banks of the Warder. Some of the village is built on stilts in the river. A wooden bridge spans the fast-flowing water. A huge wooden palisade has been erected to protect the village from attack. Your eyes roam the land on the other side of the river. You estimate that you will soon have completed half of the journey to Blacksaddle, but you still can't make out the mountain on the horizon. The guards on the palisade are watching you. Their armor looks well cared for and well made. The smith who made them knew what he was doing. You conclude that the men depend on the protection the armor offers and aren't just wearing them to look good. They're certainly not villagers.
Uh-oh. So we lower health because no injuries now. Nice. White gate cloud. Nice. They call
You
me
have spent
bush
the last
examiner.
nights under bushes on the hard, cold ground. You are yearning for a good meal and a real bed. You have spent the last...
It's weird you can repeat Google some of these, but not all of them. Oh, this fucking camera. It's a shame because it seems quite nice, but this camera is just atrocious. There's a fire, but it might progress the story, so I just have a look around. Fuck. Oh, come on. Are there any buttons for camera turn? No. I Google the fire.
There are small fires burning every 50 steps or so. They are intended to light up the area in front of the palisade in the night. so that orcs can't creep up to within an arrow's reach without being seen.
Nice.
There are small...
Alright, Falkland Hoof.
Orc skulls?
You're not sure it's wise to taunt the
thing looks
beasts with the
happy.
severed heads of their fellow kind. Some of the guards begin to whisper as you near the gate.
Hello up there!
What brings you to fair good water? And have you seen any orcs on your travels, groundling?
The man leaning over the palisade
man.
eyes you up and down carefully.
We can't answer his question.
Goodwater is well known for its hospitality.
A fact that you've just made up yourself.
Let me in, and I will tell other travellers all about it.
I regret to inform you that we cannot allow you to enter. The gates stayed closed once night has fallen.
There's certainly no regret showing in the man's face. The orc heads on the spears look fresh, a fact that causes you unease for more than one reason.
Those won't scare orcs away.
I hope not. The more orc heads that end up on those spears, the more gold coins that end up in our pockets. Right, boys? Yeah! That's right! Yeah! We've killed our fair share of orcs and know how to motivate them. Those ugly mugs will spur them on, and then they'll perish in front of our gates.
Two things become clear to you. Firstly, that the mercenaries the villagers have hired are excellent at killing orcs, and secondly, that they sadly have no brains at all.
When did you kill these orcs?
Yesterday. We caught a couple of their scouts first. The others tried to take revenge in the evening. Let's see who'll turn up today.
Do you want me to be mauled by the orcs? Let me in.
You're pleased to notice that your voice sounds more accusatory than worried. The free peoples of Girdlegard have always stood side by side against the beasts of Tion. The mercenary seems to weigh up his options, but then shakes his head.
Put a few miles between yourself and us, and then you should be safe. As safe as you can be these days.
God damn. This guy's voice, isn't that the laborer from Anno?
Stay alert. If I see anything, I'll scream.
Oh yeah, you bet.
Not paying 20 gold to get in there, god damn. Opens in the evening, in the morning, so I'll fucking
You
just
think
come back
about
in the
waiting
morning.
by the fire until the morning. At least you wouldn't have to go cold.
A better option. Are there any options? Probably should hide in the bush up here.
Is this to be your bed for the night? A flat, cold hollow under a bush? At least you wouldn't be discovered immediately.
Fuck yeah.
You hardly slept a wink during the night. The cold had you gripped to the bone.
Better to freeze than give orc archers an easy target.
I'm just allowed through. Should I go over there and have a look? Could use some nibbles. I'm kind of interested in what's here. Farmstead. No, nothing. Damn it. Use of food
Your
every
route
time
leads
I
you
ask.
back to Goodwater. The mercenaries on the palisades are on the lookout for orcs and ask you if you've seen any, to which you say no. They wave you through the wooden gate, which doesn't seem very sturdy at all. An uneasy feeling has been your constant companion since you left Goodwater. Every little sound in the forest makes you fear you've been discovered by a horde of orcs. But you reach the end of the day without bumping into any of the greenskins. It seems as though Vrakas has granted you one more day in Girdlegard. As night begins to fall, you pass a large oak tree and decide to call it a day.
Near the oak tree is an abandoned camp with a fireplace, which appears to be a couple of days old. You swing yourself up the trunk and then pull up your baggage after you. You're prepared to sleep in a tree like a bird if it means escaping the orcs' attentions. You sling your rope twice around your stomach and the trunk of the tree to stop you from falling accidentally. You close your eyes and dream. You see North Pass and smell the fresh, icy wind that sweeps over the peaks of Great Blade and Dragon's Tongue. But the harmony is interrupted by the hideous roar of an unending flood of orcs throwing itself unceasingly against the fortification. You smell the disgusting green blood of the orcs and taste the rancid fat of their armor on your tongue. The bitter taste becomes stronger until it's unbearable and wrenches you out of your dream. You open your eyes and are surprised at the brightness as a glance at the sky confirms that it's still night. Your eyes move towards the ground, and what you see makes the blood in your veins freeze.
It's Kojak. Pipe out.
I am Sinthras of Son Balsur. My master, Nod On the Doublefold, ruler of the perished land, has elected you, the lords of Taboribor, to be the sword that conquers the south.
You mean you want us to put our necks on the line and be killed by some magus?
Lot Yonan and the others will be taken care of. Your task is to create a diversion in the south until my master's plan succeeds.
And which of us is the leader?
The one that conquers the most land.
So Kragnar will be the new Grand Lord.
He glares at Ushnots and Bashkug.
The Kragnar Shore tribe will conquer the most land.
Never! We will overwhelm the cities of the Red Bloods quicker than you can suck the marrow from a bone.
We shall see.
You can't believe what you're hearing. If the beasts of Tion ride into battle together, catastrophic cycles lie ahead for Girdlegard.
They all managed to get there without him waking up.
The night in the oak tree was the worst of your life. You spent every single moment afraid that you'd be found and savaged by the orcs. But as the first rays of sun broke through the treetops, the orcs abandoned their camp and left without discovering you.
Have a little oogle.
Better safe than sorry.
Your eyes scan the deserted camp, and you listen carefully for any noise. But you don't see or hear anything suspicious.
800 or 1,000? No, 1,033?
Better safe than sorry.
What a fat rope, goddamn. Take your rope with you. He's a ponce. They live.
You're overcome by the urge to vomit. You have, of course, heard the stories, but seeing with your own eyes that orcs actually do eat humans is a long way from just reading about it.
Why are you holding the
This
fucking
is the
hand?
place. I knew it was here. Come on then, find that stupid necklace. Hey, Fuskar, in front of you. A groundling, perfect for a spotted breakfast.
You know that you're no warrior, but you want to face the orcs as a child of the Divine Smith. Perhaps you'll manage to kill at least one of them, so as not to appear so undwarven in Varacus's eyes.
I'll give you something to chew on. Vracus made us of stone.
No. Save me, first companion.
Oink, oink, little piggies!
Look at them flopping around.
By Barrowin's beard! How did you manage to lose your weapon? Go and get it, and this time, hold it tight! Hey! That one was mine!
You're just too slow, dear brother!
Too slow? Just wait!
What fun! 33, well done. Trying to zoom out, but it's not. Oh, there was something in the way.
Huh? Yes?
Bodil. Eruption. Björndal.
Yes?
Aha, nice.
And what now? What is it? Huh? Yes.
Yeah.
With pleasure.
Go push him. How do I know? Oh, he's
And
still.
what now? Too easy.
Okay, that works.
Huh? Say goodbye forever.
Yes?
Goodbye forever.
End it. Another one bites the dust.
Have the mate help the mate.
Huh? Yes?
Okay, there's a lot of these.
And what now? Huzzah! Huh?
Huh?
What is it? Yes?
Yes?
Man's being
I can't do that yet.
super surrounded.
And what now?
I sent you over there to help him, not just leave him.
Come here, you. What is it?
Huh? For Vracus!
Huh?
Oh, what?
Oh, what bad luck for you!
Huh?
I didn't hit you very hard. What is it? Yeah. What is it?
Huh? End it!
Huh?
What the?
Huh?
I keep trying to get this guy to help the other ass, but he keeps running away.
Say goodbye forever. And again.
Yes? At once.
And what
Go
now?
over there maybe and exist.
Huzzah! What is it?
I have killed 8. There must be a button to
Huh? Yes?
always view the fucking... So I don't have to mouse around constantly. Also, it's not constraining to screen when I'm into combat.
For Vracus!
What is it?
Fucking Brackus.
Ha ha!
Right, twat,
With
that guy.
pleasure.
Huh?
Yeah! And what now?
You're not well.
Huzzah! Oh, what bad luck for you!
Uh-huh.
What is it? Huh?
Huh? Attack! Kill!
Ow!
Who's
Another
next?
one bites the dust. Yeah!
End it!
And what now?
Might actually survive. Fuck's
What
sake.
is it?
This goddamn thing over there shooting him.
With pleasure. He hardly put up a fight.
Attack!
Huh?
Chop chop.
Yes, he hardly put up a fight.
Huh?
Down knocker.
End it! And again! On my way.
And what now? Huh? Oh,
Yes?
what bad luck for you! Huh? What is it?
Uh-huh. Attack! Huh? End
Come
it!
here, you! Huh? Too easy!
Yes?
Too easy!
For Vracus!
Huzzah!
Oh damn, this guy has the speed.
End
Come
it!
here,
The
you!
need for
Huh?
it.
Huzzah! What is it?
What? Who? What?
With pleasure. Say goodbye forever. Oh, what bad luck for you!
Remoto.
And what now? Yeah! He hardly put up a fight. Ha ha! Huh?
Hold on, this guy's got the sprint. Sorted.
Oink oink! That's all? No more orcs? Well thought, young friend. Do you happen to be tongued ill? Well thought? But he fought like a... Boindale, what do you expect? He grew up amongst the humans.
Who are you, and how do you know my name?
My name is Boindal Hookhand of the clan of the Swinging Axes. This is my brother Boindale Doubleblade. We've been sent to find you.
Call me Ironheart. Are there any more piggy snouts around here?
There was a meeting last night. The Elfar serve a certain Nod On who calls himself Lord of the Perish Land. They have enlisted 3 orc hordes to cause unrest in the south.
Did you hear that, Boindal? Piggy snouts!
The Elfar from San Balzur and the Orcs from Taboribor are working together?
And could ally with the orcs from the Perish Land.
The twins look at you solemnly. You all know what that would mean for the people of Girdlegard.
Still has this dumb face.
You turned up at just the right moment. But are you sure it's me you're looking for?
The High King Gundrabor sent us to fetch you and bring you to Ogre's death in the Secondling realm in the south.
So he received the letter from my master? And am I a secondling?
Well, something like that, I guess.
We've got to...
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say, but it's our duty to get you to the Ogre's Death Fortress in one piece.
I thought the duty of dwarves was to protect the innocent in Girdlegard.
Lot Yonan and King Broron will take care of the orcs. We three must be careful. You're not exactly a warrior.
But he has broad shoulders and broad hands. There's hope for him yet. So when you've got the chance to split a few orc skulls, you should take it.
No idea. Guess we'll find out.
I would be happy to follow you into the realm of the Secondlings. In truth, there is nothing I would rather do. But first, I must travel to Blacksaddle and return some things to a former famulus of Lot Yonan.
Blacksaddle isn't exactly on our way.
It's on my way. We can head south as soon as I've carried out Lot Yonan's orders.
Well, he's certainly got the stubbornness of a dwarf. Perhaps we'll be able to make a real dwarf of him on the way.
All right, we'll accompany you. The sooner we find that famulus, the quicker we can get back to the mountains.
I'll have to send Lot Yonan a message by carrier pigeon on the way. And if we happen to stumble upon a couple of orcs...
I like you, but we'll have to find you another name.
I'm boss.
Bolafar. It's about as good as Lipsmith, Paddletosh, or Blufflegrump. It is stupid, senseless, and definitely not a name of honor. What are you good at?
I'm good at reading.
Reading? You're a scholar?
XP Lord. Oh, nice. Level 4th. Oh, you actually get to do things. Oh, so you just sort of pick bullshit. Leap attack, charge. So I'm assuming you get to pick one. Short time. Is it 3 seconds or is it 3-second cast? Hmm. 3 seconds again. Is that a 3-second cooldown on it? Or is it's 3 seconds for goddamn. That looks like no, it's not passive because it wouldn't have a blue if it wasn't passive. It was passive, goddamn. Lots of damage, but killing a guy outright. I'm gonna try that. Hopefully the reset can function. Oh, the nibbles score. Ow. What does that mean? Six what? Goes crazy. Any more? Or is it while it happens? Or what are we talking here? I want to see what this... Oh no, oh no.
You and the twins approach Goodwater. A huge army of orcs has surrounded the village on 3 sides. You see smoke and fire and hear the battle cries. The village is holding out, but for how long?
Maybe it's difficulty. I hope not. Because that was 6 and there was some 1s and shits running around.
Oh, now it's getting exciting. Archers in front of them, 3 dwarves behind. I wouldn't like to be in their shoes.
Huh?
Say goodbye you forever. Huh?
What?
What is it?
Yes? And again. Huh?
Dead Lord.
And what now?
You're right.
Huzzah!
Huh?
To adventure, huzzah.
I didn't hit you very hard.
Ruckus!
Too easy.
Huh?
Oh, what bad luck for you! Come here, you creature!
Uh-oh. A fleet.
I'm with you! Ha ha! Yes?
Yes? And again.
Fuck.
What is it?
There's a lot of shit going on here.
What is it? As good as done.
Huh? For Ruckus!
And what now? Come here, you! Huzzah! Ha ha! Huh?
Yes?
Huh? Yes, I am. Bowendahl, give me a hand.
Why is he not going anywhere?
Say goodbye forever.
Attack!
Who's next? And what now? All right.
I think I'm stuck.
Huh? Yes, yes. Yes, as good as done.
Huh?
End it. What is it? I'm with you. Come here, you. Huzzah! Huh?
Uh-huh. Attack! Understood.
Why does he keep falling on his ass?
For Ruckus!
Fucking bin him! Jesus.
End it. Huh? What is it?
Why are you back here?
right.
Fuck you.
Huh? They're hitting me pretty hard!
What is it?
How fucking many?
Yes?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's uncontrollable.
I need help over here! Quickly! Kill! Huh?
Come here, you. And what now?
Hey, he actually got down there. Nice.
Yes? End it! For Ruckus! Vile creature! End it!
Huh? Huzzah! What is it?
Uh-huh.
What is it?
Huh? What? What is
Yes?
it? Us? There's a lot of that going around.
Who's next?
Huh?
Attack! And what now? Yes, yes. Come here, you.
As good as done.
Yeah, he fell in the bin.
Say goodbye forever. I'll be ready soon. What is it? Of course.
Why is he the end?
Of course. Huzzah! What is it?
I don't fucking know. I don't work here.
End it.
He only put up a fight.
On my way. End it. Attack!
And what now? Yes?
Man fails to hit anything.
Uh-huh.
Did you see that, men? Now they are warriors. Hey, you down there. I'll send you some reinforcements. Let's stick it to those runts.
Huh?
All right then. Stay close to us.
Oh no! That is a much larger number, and one of our mates appears to be on fire.
Huh?
All right. Huh? At once. On my way. At once. End it.
And what now? Yes?
On my way.
No! Hey!
Attack!
What is it? With pleasure. On my way.
Yes?
And what now?
Huh? Huh?
Huh? What is it?
I don't know what it is. Goddamn. Stop shooting him in the ass. Fuck.
I didn't hit you very hard. She did.
Please wait a moment.
Huh?
Yes?
Deadest man in the game.
At once. End it. Favrakas! End it.
Yes?
Kill.
What is it?
Tank Lord.
Yes?
My kingdom for being able to see the fucking hellfasses.
Understood. On my way.
Go easy.
Attack! Favrakas! Vile creature!
Give that guy an aerial.
End it!
This fucking thing's still alive. Why can't I attack it?
Favrakas!
Huh?
Huh?
Fucking Brackus.
Attack! Kill! Favrakas!
Yes?
Kick, bin, it's all in the crotch.
As good as done. On my way.
Leave.
As good as done. On my way.
Yes?
What is it? Say goodbye forever.
Five moto.
Attack! Huh?
Huh? And again. End it.
The orcs' fighting spirit lessens with every fallen comrade. After Kragnar's death, they finally attempt to flee the battlefield.
What the fuck's
Very
Kragnar?
few escape the mercenaries' arrows.
I'm not simple.
The leader of the mercenaries approaches you, surrounded by his soldiers. His expression is one of recognition, caution, perhaps even
It's the same
awe.
face.
You're the groundling dwarf that was here a few nights ago. I got you all wrong. Thank you for your help.
A young mercenary runs towards you. He has something in his hands that he clearly wants to get rid of quickly.
Commander, we found this on their leader. It feels strange.
The commander looks at the amulet in the man's hand and makes no suggestion that he plans to touch it himself. You take your opportunity.
May I?
You take the amulet and can feel a tingling on your skin. It is clearly magical.
Keep it as a sign of our gratitude.
The commander bids you farewell with a short nod and moves away. It would seem he thinks he's made a good deal.
I will it. Yeah, I got a bunch of free shit. Smug fuck. Did I gum sub? I forget. Are these it? I can't tell. Southeast, they say. Was it down here? Oh. Was in
The farmstead has been plundered, ravaged, and parts set on fire. But not all of the buildings are destroyed. You call out for any survivors, but there is no answer. You split up and search for signs of life in the burned-out ruins of the farmstead. You take on the main building. You don't find anything, apart from a charred doll. And the twins have no luck either. There are no signs of life. With a heavy heart, you decide to turn around and continue on your way with the twins.
Time to cut these off.
As you near Calmstead, you see that the surrounding fields are in flames. The sound of fighting reaches your ears. You hear the screams of the villagers and the roar of the orcs.
Yes?
Help! Let us out!
There are still people in the houses!
Let's get them out of there, and quickly.
The fumbliest.
And what now? Huzzah! Yes?
Adventure waits.
Uh-huh.
Attack!
Favrakas!
Huh? Come here,
What is
you! Oh, what bad luck for you!
I like how he slaps things as he runs.
What is it? Too easy! Yes?
Uh-huh.
And what now?
Fuck this wall.
Say goodbye forever.
Yes?
What is it?
Don't taunt a door.
Yeah! Huzzah! Yes, yes!
I just have to free them. I don't actually have to save them from the orcs.
Yes, yes!
Uh-huh. On my way.
And what now? Yes, yes! Ha ha! What is it? With pleasure. Oh, what bad luck
I think I
for
just
you.
slapped the fucking villager inside.
At once. Understood.
Yeah! Attack! What is it? He hardly put up a fight. Yes, yes. Of course. Huzzah! Yes, yes. Ha ha! Very hard.
Fucking door. Oh.
As soon as the last orc is killed, you and the twins free the remaining villagers.
It would seem the stories are true. Dwarves really are the best orc killers. We don't have much that we can offer you. Maybe we can rustle up some food.
I'm sorry, but we can't accept this.
We can't let you leave empty-handed. If you won't accept anything else, then at least allow us to prepare a feast for you this evening.
Your protests fall on deaf ears. The food is simple but hearty farmer's fare. The beer strong by human standards. And there's also dancing. You only really stayed on out of politeness. But you and the twins end up emptying tankard after tankard. The next morning, you set off again in good spirits and with full stomachs.
Oh yeah. Ding ding. Guess I don't get to level those. So
You see a light through the trees some way from the path. It inevitably brings to mind your encounter with the woodcutters. You must confess that you'd have liked to have taught the woodcutters a lesson, but Boendal is right.
Beating up humans is not our mission.
But
a harsh glance from you and Boendal silences Boindil. You continue on your way with a furious Boindil trailing behind.
more Huffy.
By the evening campfire, Boindil rummages around in his rucksack and pulls out a cheese wrapped in a cloth. He sticks a fist-sized piece on a spit and grills it on the fire.
Ah, there's nothing better than grilled cheese at the end of a long day.
The smell it gives off makes you hold your breath.
Oh, it smells like my socks after weeks of marching in my boots.
Oh, picky, are you? Hardly surprising, considering you were brought up by humans. It's ruined your taste.
Boindil holds the stinky cheese at the end of the stick under your nose.
Eat, and stop complaining.
You pull the warm piece of cheese from the stick. It tastes dreadful. Your fingers will smell of it for the next few days, and probably your mouth will too.
Cheese lord.
Several wagons full of building materials pass you by on the way to Goodwater. The village's fortifications still show evidence of the orcs' attack, but they are making good progress with the repair work.
There they are, the dwarves, Goodwater's saviours. Come in. There's always a warm meal and a welcoming bed for you here.
I could get used to this.
Did we get all these? No, the ass is down here. Burning some shit, it seems.
You approach Scalebrook through its expansive fields and spot smoke rising up into the sky. A short while later, you can hear the cries of battle, and finally you can smell the tallow on the orc's armor. Scalebrook is at war.
Yeah, he always makes that face though. Face still lost default on that guy.
Quick, we have to help those people.
Hey.
And what now? Huzzah! Yes. As good as done. With pleasure.
At once.
Yeah!
For Vracus!
What is it?
No, you dumb ass.
Huh? Oh, what bad luck for you!
Huh?
Kill! Attack! Huh? Ha ha! What is it?
He died.
Say goodbye forever. What is it? He hardly put up a fight. Huh? Huh?
Wait, is he angry or something? What?
Vile creature. What is it?
Yes? Find somewhere safe to hide. We'll come back for you once we've saved the other villagers.
Damn it.
Yes? Oh, what bad luck for you!
I got that shit there.
What is it? What is it? Huzzah!
Yes? At once. For Vracus!
Attack! And what now? Ha ha! Yes?
Oh, God damn it.
On my way! Say goodbye forever! Who's next? Oh, what bad luck for
I
you!
thought the berserk on him would
What is it? Huh?
would only trigger when he had low hard
Say
health.
goodbye forever! As good as done! That's it! They're fleeing! I don't think so, they're just rallying!
And that's what we should do too. Come on.
Tease?
Thank you so much. You saved us.
Not yet. The orcs are rallying. You must join us.
But we can't.
You must. Here they come.
Bonk. Kill all orcs. 25 is no fucking number.
Huh?
Huh? Yes?
Uh-huh.
Yeah! What is it? Huzzah! With pleasure. He put up a fight. Oh, what bad luck for you!
Ground orc.
I can't do that yet.
Pow! Another one bites the dust.
Oh shit, I just knocked her down. Damn it.
On my way.
I thought earlier
End
that
it.
I saw that
Fabracus.
it didn't ask.
Huh?
What is it?
I won though, won that fight.
Say goodbye forever.
And again.
Oh,
Yes?
what bad luck for you! What is it? Yes, yes! Of course! Ha ha!
Fucking villagers.
At once. And again. Fabracus. On my way.
Huh? Yes? Say goodbye forever. He hardly put up a fight. You very hard.
Yes. Understood.
Show me health
On
bars.
my way.
I need to know things.
Another one bites the dust.
Huh?
All right.
Understood.
As good as done. All
On my
right.
way.
What is it? I'm with you. Of course. I'm with you. Huzzah! Yes, yes. Huzzah! What is it? As good as done. Huh? On my way.
On my way. Yes.
And what now? Of course. Yes?
Uh-huh. Fabracus.
Too easy. What is it? Yes, yes.
And again.
Of course. Huh?
Yes.
Oh, he didn't hit you
I
very
can't use any of these
hard.
fucking abilities because these dicks are in the way.
Huh? Too easy.
That one works though. Oh, nice.
While Boindale still hunts the last of the orcs through the alleyways of the village, you and Boandal are already helping search for survivors. Various villagers, all with shocked, ashen faces, come and thank you for saving them. A middle-aged man nervously steps from one foot to the other and tries to force a smile.
My father, the village elder, he is dead. I think I must follow in his footsteps, so I thank you in the name of Scalebrook. He left behind some gold as a dowry for my sister. She's...
The man bows his head, produces a leather pouch, and kneads it with trembling hands.
If only you'd come earlier.
But before you can reply, the man takes a deep breath and forces himself to look at you.
What am I saying? How ungrateful. Thanks to you, many of us are still alive. My daughter may be able to marry one day, thanks to your bravery.
The man hesitates briefly, then thrusts the leather pouch towards you.
We won't accept your gold. Bury your dead, rebuild your village, and be a good father to your daughter.
Boandal looks at you, and you think you can see an approving nod. The man opens his mouth to say something, but then he just shakes his head and finally starts again.
I thank you, dear sir, but there is no way I can let you go with empty hands. Here, take this. My father bought it from a trader, one of your kind.
God, so we could have been faster there. Fucking consumables. Some shit going on there.
You see a camp with a wagon and two people on the edge of the path.
Wagon.
Behind them, Black Saddle towers up above a thick, dark forest, about a half a day's journey away. You don't want to give them a shock, so you address them while you're still a distance away.
Hello, friends. Is there any space by your fire?
The two traders look up and visibly jump when they see you three dwarves.
Ah, hello. Yes, of course.
It doesn't escape your attention that you seem to be causing the traders some uneasiness, but you take up their offer and sit down. The twins follow your example.
We're only travelers. We're looking for someone who's said to live on Black Saddle. A hermit.
Someone who lives here?
The traders exchange amazed looks.
If they live here, they must be mad.
Normally we wouldn't stop and rest here, but the horses are too exhausted. Our departure from Parista was delayed, and we must have driven them too hard.
Why does Black Saddle make you feel uneasy? It doesn't look particularly inviting, but it's only a mountain.
Only a mountain? You don't know the legend?
The trader looks at you and the twins for affirmation, but you all shake your heads.
Black Saddle was once known as Cloudpiercer, and it towered up into the heavens, the upper slopes of pure gold and the summit covered in snow. The humans wanted to attain this wealth, but the smooth slopes and the dazzling summit made the climb impossible. They called on the dwarves to help them. They were able to tunnel up through Cloudpiercer to the top. They hollowed it out and carried away the gold. The humans demanded that the treasure be shared, but the dwarves refused, and as they argued, the mountain began to tremble. There were too many holes inside for it to hold together. It collapsed and buried both greedy parties underneath it. The mountain lost its tremendous size and its beauty, and ever since has haunted both humans and dwarves with its erosive hatred, causing even the rocks to turn black over time.
Pfft, never heard of it. Sounds like human tittle-tattle. Dwarves would never hollow out a mountain so much that it collapses.
You come from Parista. How are things there?
No news to speak of, I'd say. Well, except for Nudin the Knowledge Lusty.
You know Nudin the Knowledge Lusty. Lot Yonan introduced him to you many years ago during a visit.
What about him?
Oh, nothing really. Just rumors.
You nod at the trader to continue.
He's behaving strangely and disappears into his tower for days on end.
And he looks ill, apparently. Well, that's what someone I know said. Perhaps he got a spell wrong.
You sell sort.
Later in the night, after eating together and some friendly conversation by the campfire, you all decide to sleep. But you take the first watch. It's a night in which nothing happens, and the next morning the traders set off early. After breakfast, you also continue on your journey.
Breakfast. Fuck.
After a march through the thick pine forest, Black Saddle, the sinister tabletop mountain, and your journey's destination rises up before you.
Are you sure that the Famulus lives here?
Yes, according to Lot-Yonan.
Although you try to put a lot of assurance into your voice, you too see no signs that anyone lives here.
No castle, no tunnel, no camp. There's nothing here but mountain.
Then we'll have to take a closer look.
You do that, scholar. We'll be waiting for you here.
You think about objecting, but it would just be a waste of breath.
He just GNs immediately.
Found anything? A hidden camp? A secret doorway? Gold?
No. Not yet.
Wait, is my camera above the stuff making everything harder to see? Fucking is, isn't it? Scanlord.
No trace of Goren here either. If he's close, then there must be some kind of cave somewhere in the mountain.
Thought I saw something there for a second. The crack, yes. Behold,
I can
the
only
bosom.
climb a little way here. There must be a better way.
He grew up wrong. That's why he doesn't like cheese.
Even the dark evergreen forest seems to be afraid of the Black Mountain.
That seems like sort. Someone going way somewhere.
An old tree. Looks like it could fall down at any moment. There we go.
Donk. Yeah, that's stable. Certainly. Man, axes into the rock.
Too steep. I can't get a grip anywhere.
Think grunting. Let's fall on our ass.
I should be able to get up here.
It says skate try. Visibly.
Oh. Phew. That was close. I hope this is all worth it.
Man's all arms.
Definitely a rock face.
Cave over there.
Here's a... No, forget it.
Who's the man grunting? There was a thing to Google over there, though. Ah.
There's something engraved on it.
You realize with surprise that they are runes in the Dwarven language.
Brian was
Built
here.
with the blood of our enemies, be unyielding as the rock, and soak the land in their blood.
Alright.
Huh?
I saw this scene in the Who Bite.
Hello?
We should probably get our mates. So I'm gonna save and fucking go for it. Step on the runes here. Spell Jehovah with a Y, an I. Iova. Pool of Light sounds poncy. I go Elswench. This fucking camera.
Master Garen! Lot Yonan sent me to bring some items back to you. My inquiries are almost at an end. That means I can finally go to be with my sunshine. I have never been to Greenglade, but I think I will like it there. I deposited my most valuable things in the grave of Horengarth before my departure and secured it with magic. The password is...
You recognize the following words as rune names, but they're written in the learned language, so you don't know which they are.
Greenglade. Oh, great.
Ivar Farnsnigel.
Useful. An eternal flame. I know who taught him that.
You see sketches and notes on the architectural features, statues and wall reliefs. It seems Garen spent a lot of time studying this place.
Maybe he's kind of a dwarf historian, or maybe he's just a treasure hunter.
Oh, me too.
Garen is in Greenglade to visit his sunshine. Greenglade is in Gauragat. We can't have fallen in love with a pointy here, can he?
Gotta go, what?
Hello? Is anyone there?
Anybody there? I saw texts for a bit. Aha.
It looks as though Garen lived in the fortress for a while. It also seems that he left several lunar orbits ago.
Man sends it here without any instruction on finding him in a weird place.
Stealing, it would just be a shame if the provisions went off.
Nibbles. Something about those things on the floor I have to step on, probably. Or I have to...
A series of weapons that are all clearly of dwarven origin. The spider webs and rust suggest they have been here for quite a while. Maybe even centuries.
Light Lord.
Born of stone, forged in battle. Arise, reborn from the blood of the enemy.
You're not sure if you really want to know what was once in this basin. The whole place gives you the feeling that a decent dwarf shouldn't hang around too long.
A rune. Clearly magical.
I'm gonna touch it a little. I see, so that one state is one of those puzzles. Bastard. Hard brain lord.
Ah, that's it.
Easy.
Garen's most valuable belongings. Letters from his lover, a silk scarf that must have belonged to her, and a medallion.
That's mine. I wonder what the purpose of the lighting this ship was. Oh damn. Belgian. It's light inside his mouth.
Thirdlings, the fortress belongs to the dwarf haters.
Kind of bullshit did I acquire?
Lorimber's dwarves are not only as unyielding as a mountain, they are also as destructive as an avalanche, and would batter into lesser kingdoms just as relentlessly. The Four should find no salvation in Vrachus, only eternal damnation, so that they suffer indescribable torment between the worlds.
You have heard of the dwarf haters, but this is the first time you have read their hateful words. You feel sick and turn away.
Turn right back. Thought that was used there. Don't like that isn't the highlight thing. Oh, now there's stairs.
Lorimber, the progenitor of the Thirdlings.
In most of the chronicles about the 5 dwarfen kingdoms, only very little is written about the Thirdlings, and what is written is full of disgust. They are called traitors, or worse. It would seem that even the Thirdlings worship Vrachus, but in all the other kingdoms his shrine would be the biggest, not the statue of the kingdom's progenitor. A couple of gold coins are in the bowl in front of the shrine.
Oh, it hasn't
Can't do any harm.
What's a yod? Scout for things, Lord. Just some Ostless moon there, but I'm not allowed to Google. Is it that one? Must be some relevance. Kingdom, one of the things that highlights interactables, especially with this camera. Man lights every brazen ear, dies of smoke inhalation.
Graves. Could be buried here.
Does that make anything new up here? Fuck 'em. Do I get auto downed or am I? Wait a minute. Down climb. Foot. Man's brave.
So, Scholar, what are the results of your inquiries?
There is an abandoned fortress in the mountain, and I think it belonged to the Thirdlings.
Boindale's eyes narrow.
The blasted dwarf killers! A Thirdling fortress? Here? In the middle of Girdlegard? We must let High King Gundrabur know about this.
The fortress has been long abandoned by the looks of it. Anyway, I can't go to Ogre's death until I have completed my quest. Goren is in Greenglade.
Huh.
The High King? Why do you want to bring me to him?
All right then. It's about the choice of the new High King. Gandagar, the king of the Fourthlings, is with his entourage in Ogre's death and is supposed to ascend the throne.
But our acting High King Gundrabur wants to prevent that from happening. He fears that Gandagar wishes to instigate a war against the elves.
Fears? Yeah, maybe Fiftlings.
But what have I got to do with that?
Boindale is about to say something, but is silenced by a nudge in the side from his brother.
High King Gundrabur will explain everything when the time comes.
You look distrustfully from one twin to the other. Boindale has donned an innocent expression, and Boendal doesn't give you the impression that he has anything else to say on the matter.
Oh damn. What about Quarterlings? There are halflings. Or maybe not this, I don't know.
What does this King Gandagar have against the elves?
Dwarves and elves just don't get along. Brachus and Sertalia made us that way.
I know that, but going to war for just that, after all this time?
Well, there must be more behind it. They say that the king of the Fourthlings is full of hatred and is a hothead in this matter.
Maybe.
A Thirdling fortress? Here, in the heart of Girdlegard? That's strange, isn't it?
And worrying. But they've always been wily. They move in the shadows and kill there too if they can. Do you know their story?
I've read about it. Lorenber, their progenitor, rejected the name that Vrachas gave him, who in turn did not give him any special talents, so his kingdom studied war.
It helps them defending the East, but it also meant they ended up confronting the other kingdoms. No dwarf would ever even think of injuring one of his kind, never mind killing them. But the dwarf killers are proud of it. When they were even more powerful, they wanted to become the rulers of all dwarves. They are envious of our skills. They haven't been heard of for a long time, but you can be sure there isn't a single dwarf alive who doesn't hate them.
Whatever, your High King must wait. I have a quest to carry out in Greenglade.
But our quest is...
Boindil raises a placatory hand and throws his rucksack onto his back in preparation.
Let it be, dear brother. Look at him. He has made his decision, and you will not be able to change his stubborn dwarven mind.
You can't help but smile.
Nice. I'm gonna slap a pizza in the oven. Give me a second. I've concluded that the pizza looks almost exactly like its profile picture, which is nice. But any of those orcs left? Yes, I'm gonna do about maybe 15 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go eat the fang. Something occurring over there.
There are dead orcs lying in the defensive trenches and strewn over the meadows in front of the city. Some of the locals are busy throwing the bodies on pyres, while others repair the minor damage done to the city wall.
Fuck 'em.
You enter the city and the garrison at its centre without being spoken to. It is only when you reach a heavy oak door that leads, you assume, to the commanding officer's headquarters, that you are halted by a guard.
Dwarves, eh? Seems we aren't to be spared anything these days. What do you want?
It looks like you've got an orc problem.
Had. Our scouts detected the army early on, and we were able to repel them without any great losses. A small army of orcs like that couldn't breach our mighty walls.
Your mighty walls look like they're about to collapse under their own weight!
The soldier isn't intimidated by Boindil. He juts his chin out confidently.
At least they stopped the orcs, unlike your dwarven walls in the north.
It's another Anno mate. That is quite clearly Uncle Edvard.
I
didn't know that Steepleton was so big. Impressive place.
We have fertile meadows. That's what we have to thank for the city's growth in recent years. At the time of my grandparents, Steepleton was nothing more than the tower on a hill with a couple of houses. Now we have a market, a temple, and of course, there are royal messengers stationed in the tower, which doesn't do the city's coffers any harm at all.
You said you had messengers here. I'd like to send a carrier pigeon to Lot Yonan in Yonendar.
Lot Yonan in Yonendar. No problem. It will cost you 90 gold pieces.
If the carrier pigeon delivers my message safely to Lot Yonan, then it's worth its weight in gold.
Then I'll send for a scribe. You can dictate your message and
thank you, but I can write it myself. Paper and ink will be sufficient.
The guard nods. You don't blame him for thinking you are illiterate. Very few ordinary folk can read or write. Once you've been given the writing implements, you write down a summary of what happened at the meeting of the Alf and the Orcs.
I must speak with your commander.
Commander Valor doesn't have time. He's still very busy dealing with the aftermath of the Orc attack.
Commander Valor is dealing with the Orc problem, and I have important information concerning it. I witnessed a meeting of the Orc Lords.
The guard eyes you with interest and tries to judge whether you can be trusted. Finally, he stands up, opens a door, and enters the room ahead of you. The commander looks up from his work. The guard repeats what you told him.
Your information about the Orcs could be useful. We have fought them back, but not yet defeated them. Come in.
The commander listens attentively, and now and then asks questions, as you tell him about the 3 Orc armies and the meeting of the chieftains with the Alf Sintharas.
This sounds very grave. I will send out messengers. We must be prepared.
The Orc army that attacked you was able to escape?
What was left of it? They headed south. Unfortunately, I can't send anyone after them until the damage to the wall is repaired.
To the south? Towards Scalebrook, perhaps? We defeated an army of Orcs down there. It wasn't an easy fight, but they'd already taken a bit of a beating. By Steepleton's soldiers, I assume.
The commander looks at you and seems torn for a moment. Then he pulls himself together.
Perhaps you didn't know, but the administration had a bounty on the heads of that horde of Orcs. Here. This gold is well deserved.
Yeah, nice. But we are wooden figures on here. It would be cool if the birds were also fucking wooden and flying around.
We must press on. Farewell, Commander Valor.
Kill as many Orcs as you can, dwarves. Palandir will be with you.
Fucking just a bunch of bullshit happening. I have gold. I'm gold swole.
While taking a rest, you see a cart trundling along the road not far away from you. A young couple are sitting on the box seat, clearly in love and more interested in each other than the rest of the world around them.
Nice.
The sight reminds you of a long unanswered question.
So, I was wondering, what do female dwarves look like?
Pretty. Very pretty.
Uh-huh.
You were expecting a little more information.
Do they have beards?
No, I would say it's more like fluff. Oh, very attractive.
And what do they do? I mean, are they warriors too?
In our kingdom, most take care of domestic life. They take the animals down to the meadows in the valleys, make sure the larders are full and that there's plenty of good beer, and make our clothes. It only ever causes problems when men and women stand shoulder to shoulder in battle. Some of them are talented stonemasons and smiths, and beware of insulting their skills. They are no less proud than we are.
You arrive at a crossroads with a tavern on the corner. A warm light is emanating from its window, lighting up the road around it. A stone sculpture of a sheep stands in front of the door, and above it a sign, swaying gently in the breeze, reads, the stone sheep.
Fucking Rockefort.
You observe the surroundings, but the road is empty and no one leaves the tavern. You notice a broken window on the first floor, which has been boarded up with planks. Something wet drips onto your nose, and you look up to the cloudy sky with a bad-tempered expression.
Huh! Why are we standing here and just getting wet from the outside?
You enter the tavern with a determined stride and are greeted by a thick wall of pipe smoke. The dozen or so drinkers at the tables turn towards you, then give each other astonished and slightly worried looks.
I thought they'd all be dead.
In the tavern, there are half a dozen people sitting at the tables, and just as many at the bar, clearly farmers and labourers from the surrounding villages. Boindale pays no attention to the other guests and trudges over to a table. Together with his brother, you follow him and sit down. The landlord comes out from behind the bar.
What can I get you?
You hear surly muttering from one of the tables.
What are groundlings doing showing their faces here, now of all times?
You turn to the guest who'd muttered something about groundlings.
He's not gonna
And
answer.
why is it so strange that we're here?
The man glances up briefly and then stares drunkenly at his tankard and mutters with a slur.
Don't play the innocent. The orcs are terrorizing our lands. And whose fault is it? You let them in.
I was not at the stone gateway, and I don't know what happened. But you can be sure of one thing. Dwarves would never cooperate with orcs. We kill them no sooner than we say them, or my name isn't Boindale Doubleblade.
The drunkard and his neighbour are given a start. They mumble an apology and turn their attention to the beer in front of them.
I wouldn't mind a pint of ale.
The landlord nods and takes the twins' order too. Shortly after, he returns with your beers and puts them down in front of you.
Is that all?
You stand up and turn to the room.
This round's on me.
The faces of the guests and the landlord brighten up immediately. The landlord gets to work pulling everyone a beer and handing out the tankards. Some of the guests say cheers to you as they get their drinks.
Did two travellers pass this way? One was a famulus, the other a mercenary.
The landlord shakes his head indifferently and mumbles something incoherently. One of the guests is about to say something, but shuts up when the person next to him gives him a poke.
Come on now, tell us what happened. We're all friends here.
The man who was going to speak the first time round looks over to his neighbour, who nods.
Two travellers spent the night here. One had a robe on, the other was a mercenary. The next day they left, all in a hurry. Said they'd been attacked by an elf.
One of the other drinkers finds his voice too.
There was a hell of a lot of noise that night. As if there'd been a dust-up.
You left some gold here for the trouble. I thought they meant the noise, but then I noticed the broken window.
The landlord sighs.
Please, don't tell anyone else about this. Who would want to spend a night in a tavern where an elf has been sighted?
Yeah, fucking elves. Gotta buy some provisions. It's a bit awkward. Right.
We're tired and long for a proper bed.
Of course, gentlemen.
You spend a restful night in the tavern and then head off on your way again.
Oh, my pizza's ready. So I'll have to stop here I may return. I may also return tomorrow. Well, I will return tomorrow, but I may also return later. Kaya. Don't you mean Kaya Blyat or whatever it is? Fuck. Have some Ollie.